Hey friends, today we're talking about something a majority of people struggle with, and that's pouring, giving, showing up, and supporting until we're completely empty, until we don't even recognize ourselves anymore. But today I'm here to remind you, you were never created to run dry. You were created to overflow. I want to start with a story about a lady named Jolene. Jolene was the classic people pleaser. Every call for help, she answered. Every need, she filled. Every request, she said yes. She was always pouring, always giving, always being there for everyone else. But the problem was, she poured into others long after her cup ran dry. She kept giving even though she was exhausted emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. One day she sat down and read her Bible about the widow with the oil, 2 Kings 4. The widow had a small jar of oil, and God multiplied it once she started filling vessels. And that's when something clicked for Jolene. She realized it wasn't the widow's job to pour until she had nothing. It was her job to fill her jar first and then pour from the overflow. Because an empty vessel can't pour, and a cracked cup can't sustain, and a depleted soul can't uplift. You weren't designed to run dry. You were created to overflow. Overflow is your natural state when you're aligned with God. And I understand Jolene's story because I've lived it. There was a season in my life that I made sacrifice after sacrifice, thinking if I poured more, if I gave more, if I showed up more, that someone else would eventually come lighten my load. I thought if I kept giving, if I kept sacrificing, if I kept saying yes, that somehow the weight that I was carrying would magically turn lighter. But you know what happened? My cup became completely empty. Not low, not half, but empty. Dried out, depleted, cracked, barely functioning. I didn't have enough strength, energy, or peace to sustain me, and let alone to overflow into someone else. And when I looked around, the people I poured into, they didn't pour back. I was expecting others to do what only God can do. That experience humbled me. It broke me. And honestly, it contributed to my downfall. I was stretched too thin. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. And I had to rebuild my life from the ground up. That's when I finally understood why God says to seek wise counsel before making life altering decisions. Because pouring from depletion leads to emotional decisions, reactive decisions, decisions that are based off of survival mode and not spiritual wisdom. I didn't consult with God. I didn't seek counsel. I didn't pause. I didn't ask, Lord, is this wise? Lord, is this healthy? Lord, is this sustainable? I just kept giving until I had nothing left. And when you hit that level of empty, you learn really quick that you can't pour into others from a cup you refuse to fill. God had to teach me you are a steward of your own soul. You cannot abandon yourself trying to rescue others. That season changed me. It shifted how I approach relationships, commitments, and responsibilities. I learned the hard way that overflow is a choice, boundaries are protection, and filling your cup up is obedience, is not selfishness. And the word makes this so clear in Psalms 23 and 5, my cup overflows. God's intention is to overflow, not burn out. Mark 12 and 31 says, love your neighbor as yourself, meaning you can't love others well if you refuse to love and care for yourself. Self-neglect isn't spiritual, it's disobedience. Imagine two cups. On the left side, we have a cup with cracks. It's leaking, dripping, and draining, giving more than it can hold. And on the right, we have a whole cup. It's stable, filled, and overflowing, naturally pouring into others without losing itself. Now tell me, which cup do you think God wants you to be? Here are a few truths I want you to hold on to. Self neglect isn't spiritual. Jesus rested, Jesus withdrew, Jesus replenished himself. You are a steward of your soul. You are responsible for your mental, emotional, and spiritual well being. You pour best when you're filled first. Pouring from overflow is generous. Pouring from depletion is self destructive. If you want to take this deeper, think, draw, or journal on these. What fills my soul? What depletes it? How can I invite God to fill me daily? Who do I need wise counsel from before making big decisions? Friends, your overflow is your power. Your overflow is your ministry. Your overflow is your protection. You were created for more than surviving. You were created for overflow. Let God fill you. Let God restore you. Let God rebuild you. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you back in the reset room.